Hi you guys, it's going to be a different kind of video today because we're going to be talking about neuropathy in the feet. We're going to be talking about Achilles tendonitis, and we're going to be talking about plantar fasciitis. And I'm going to show you guys how to do some taping. So I taped up already one foot, and this is for the plantar fasciitis, or if you have weak ankles, or just if your feet hurt. And then the other one is for Achilles tendonitis. And just to save time, I taped one of each leg, and I already pre-cut my tapes so that I can just show you how to do that on your own at home. And then I want to show you some foot exercises and talk a little bit about, why you might have neuropathy, why you might have plantar fasciitis, and what you can do for it. So I brought out some things to exercise with, and one of them is a lacrosse ball, and it's exactly the same color as the rocks, but I found it. So let's do some exercises that I'm going to do the taping at the end. All right, so this is just something that I picked up that is a foot massage ball. It's specifically for that purpose. It's pretty hard and it's got knobs on it. This is just a lacrosse ball that I got from Amazon, and it's really hard. And then this is a tennis ball, which is the softest of the things. But for exercises, and let me tell you why massage is important and why doing these exercises is important. The reason that people get neuropathy is because it's peripheral, so it's far away. It's at the very end of where all the nerves and where all the oxygen have to go. So the nerves stop getting oxygen. So what we're doing when we do the exercises is we're improving circulation. And I'm also a big believer in doing the massage. If you have neuropathy, one of the things that is suggested that is a very conventional or conservative, not conventional, but a very conservative approach is massaging your own feet for 15 minutes a day each foot, which is a long time, but if you can't feel your feet, if you have tingling, if you have pain, that's a pretty good option for you. So, and let me just show you that, and then we'll get with the balls, and then I'm going to show you the towel exercise and the taping. So, let me scoot back. This foot is the least taped. So what you want to do is you want to go as deep as you can without making it painful. And I generally say that you want it to feel unfriendly. So you're going to just push, kind of divide your foot into sections. And you see how I'm using my thumb? And just press down all the way to the heel. And just see, what you can feel, what makes it start tingling, and then continuing on. And I'm not going to do 15 minutes on each foot because it would just make it a really long video. I'm just going to show you with one. And you can do this. This is no lotion. It's just me pressing and pressing pretty deeply. And then right here in the arch, you want to really press up into that arch. And you can see that I'm pushing up. And one of the causes for plantar fasciitis is if you pronate, if you have no arch, if your feet tend to come in like this. It's also caused by being overweight and being on your feet a lot. But just really pulling into the flesh of your feet. And it won't feel great. If you're doing it and it feels so good, you're probably not going hard enough. And then working on those toes, just squeezing the toes. And I squeeze them so that I'm on the toenail and the bottom of the toe, and then to the sides, and you squeeze on each edge of the toenail from side to side. And Oh, that toe popped a little bit. And then with your big toe, you've got more area to work on. So here, really pressing that. And then on the top of your foot, that's the other thing why we have to stay limber, is so that you can get to the foot. See how I'm pulling up on the top of the foot? Pulling up, trying to get some circulation going and pulling it back towards my heart. All right, now for your ankles, what you're going to want to do is, when we do this all the time, pull the toes and flex the toes. Pull the toes, flex the toes. Pull the toes, flex the toes. Pull the toes, flex the toes. And now around in circles, around and reverse. And you know how we've done the ABC with our whole leg? You can just do it with just your foot. A, B, C, D, E. I am going to do the whole alphabet. F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, that was a terrible X, Y, Z. And then I'm going to get back here to my toes and spread the toes apart. Work on spreading out the foot. So pulling it this way to just spread out that foot. And now let's do a little exercise. I'm not going to do the other foot because you saw, and if you want to do it along with me, then you can just start the video over and do it on the other foot. But I'm going to stand to the side so that you can see my feet. So before I started doing Pilates, I was super pigeon-toed. When I was in 3rd grade, I had to wear braces. It looked like I had polio. I just was that pigeon-toed. Now, if your feet go in like this, they don't do any correction. They just tell you that you have to fix it, by retraining your muscles. So my daughter still stands around like this. She's really pigeon-toed, and when it matters to her, she'll fix it. But that's pretty much what you have to do. But a lot of times, if you do have your feet that they want to come in like this, you'll be flat-footed and your foot will just sort of fall to the inside. So when I stand up, I try to activate all these muscles all the way up and pull my arches up and pull my ankles up, but without squeezing my toes. And it's a pretty subtle movement. So if you're trying to do it and you're not feeling anything, that's okay. It will take a while. But let's kind of go with some exercise. I'm going to start off with the tennis ball because it is the softest. And I've got my chair here for balance. I'm going to put it just right on my arch and just step down on it. Oh, you can't see that. Let me scoot back. Better. So just stepping down, then you can roll, and right here on the ball of your foot, and here on the heel of your foot, on the side of your foot, and just pressing the bottom of your foot into that tennis ball. Now, this doesn't hurt my foot at all, which the goal is not to hurt your foot, but you want it to feel slightly uncomfortable. So I'm going to move on to a harder ball. This is the lacrosse ball. And I'm going to put it right in the arch of my foot first. And this one does not have any give. So what it does is it presses all that connective tissue, which that's the fasciitis is the connective tissue, and kind of breaks it up anywhere that it has adhesions. Okay, so we're going, and we go here, press, press, press. Go to the heel, press, press, press around, and just roll. And now I'm going to go to the little ball that is actually, whoops, made for this, and it's got little knobs on it, and this will probably be the most uncomfortable one. And just rolling it around, just increasing the circulation in your feet. All right, and then a really important exercise that we do, and I always say it's for balance, but it also really works to improve the circulation in your lower body, is calf raises. I'm going to stand to the side so you can see. So, up, down, up, down. And if you want to make these more intense, if you have stairs in your house, you can stand on a stair and drop your heels even lower to stretch out that calf. Now, you don't want to go crazy on these calf raises at the beginning because you can get really sore. So I would say that probably I would start off with 3 times 8, and it's a good thing to do. Just set yourself a time, like after you brush your teeth, you're going to do your calf raises. And then, you know, after you eat lunch, you're going to do calf raises. And at the end of the night, you're going to do these calf raises just to get some circulation down to the lower part of your body. Got it? So we've got those. We've got the tennis ball stretches, we've got massage, we've got the pointing and the flexing, and we've got the circles. And those are all going to help with these problems of plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, feet just generally hurting, weak ankles. It's going to be good for all of that. And here's another exercise that works your feet. Oh, I'm going to have to scoot back so you can see. So, put a towel out. You still can't see. Okay, I think I'm going to turn to the side. I think that's going to be the best way to do this. Okay, so I'm turning. I've got the towel here. You can barely see, but it's okay. And you have to squeeze and move that towel with your toes. Pull the towel into you. Pull, 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 pull. And when you do this, you'll see that we really are not that coordinated with our feet. I'm going to make the towel a little bit thinner because I'm having trouble grabbing it. And pull. Oh, I'm not pulling at all today. Pull, pull. It may be that the concrete is just too sticky with the towel, but I'm still pulling with my toes. And I can feel that all the way up into my arches. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do the taping now. So, this is the one for plantar fasciitis. And when you measure your tape, you're just going to measure from the ball of your foot to your heel. But it has to be a little bit shorter because you want the tape to be stretched. So I'm going to start off by ripping the backing of the tape off. And this one's already taped for the Achilles, so I'm going to be putting this on top of it. And I'm just going to put this on the heel. And then I'm going to take off the backing. Oh no, the wind. And if you can get it to go like this where you're only pulling one band at a time, that makes it easier because this tape loves to grab itself. So see how I'm stretching the tape, and I just want to get it to the ball of my foot, right like that, and then press it. Now, they say that you can leave the tape on for 7 days That never works out for me because just in the shower it gets wet and it falls off, but the tape is not expensive and I'll just retape. But it really does make your feet feel so much better. Okay, so that's the bottom, and I always really press down to make sure that it's stuck really good. And then the second taping, I should have done these all different colors so I would know which is for what thing. Okay, that's going to be for the Achilles tendon. Now this is going to be the ankle to support the foot. So we're going to take our foot back up here. Another reason why we've got to stay flexible is so we can get our feet up where we need them to be. I'm going to turn so you can see the bottom of my foot better. Sorry about that metal noise. So I'm going to start on the outside on my ankle. So I've got it on the ankle bone. And then I'm going to pull it right here because plantar fasciitis, where people feel the pain, is their heel. Now see how I'm stretching it? And then I just wrap it around and take it to the other side. And I've got a nicely supported foot that's going to feel better. Now I can pull these pants down. Okay, now let's do the Achilles tendonitis. On this one, you measure two that are the same length, and it's going to be stuck right under your heel, and then you want to pull the tape up so that it lands kind of behind your knee. And what you do is you measure the tape, and you'll see that my tape is not long enough because you want to cut it a quarter shorter than what you need, what you measured, so that it has enough room to stretch. And then this one is the one that goes on the outside of the muscle, the Achilles tendon. So it has 2 inches up at the top that aren't cut. And when you cut this tape, to keep it from peeling, you just take your scissors and you round off the edges. All right, so I don't like this tape as much as the one that I'm going to put in. It doesn't seem like it has as much stretch, but I'm going to see if I can get it all the way up to my knees. So I'm peeling it, and this one, you have to put the tape, it's facing to the back because it's going to go up the back of your leg. We pull really hard. Just take this one first. And it did not quite make it as far as I wanted it, but that's okay. It's still going to support that Achilles tendon. So right there. And then we bring this one up. Oh no, and that's exactly what happens that I hate, when it sticks on itself. That wasn't so bad. And pull this one also up so that it's on either side of the calf. Can you see that? I'm going to turn. Yeah. So, like that. And now I'm going to take the final piece of tape, and it's going to help anchor that down. So, right here underneath the heel, pull it nice and hard. There we go. And stick it. And that is how you tape for Achilles tendonitis and plantar fasciitis. And you've got some exercises if you are dealing with those. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and look on the bottom and it'll tell you the book that I like, and it'll tell you the tape that I like, and there'll be links to Amazon. I'll just go ahead and put those in so that they'll be easy for you to find. Anyway, thanks for showing up, you guys, and then we're gonna exercise in the next video. All right, have a great day. Bye.